Hey guys, Mrhappyismissing, bringing you episode 11 of Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. So now we're gonna hop into one of my favorite stages, Cosmic Wall. So the gimmick of this level is that you can hover up, as opposed to only hovering down, which is actually kind of a neat concept. This level also has one of my favorite musics in the game, especially for an Eggman Tails level, whose music for the most part seems relatively weak, although I guess it varies and it's just my opinion. So you're gonna notice that my health bar is currently dark blue. That's because I'm on my alternate, which you can also see has 85 lives on it. And you can also see that he's got, there's a different color palette on Eggman, which is basically instead of gray front and gray legs, he's got red armor on it. Basically the power-up, which I will be showing you where that is in this level, and it does let you take some extra hits because it is basically armor. Anyway, moving beyond that, we're just going to do some combos. Yeah, unfortunately failed recording. I lost this level. I did not lose any other parts of cutscenes and whatnot, so I'll be switching back to that area once we get finished with this level. Alright, 20 rings, which is a good item, although it gets better the faster you are. So hopefully I'll be a little bit better. There are going to be pyramids blocking places, although there are certainly some that you can avoid having to hit. There's also meteors floating out and about, but they don't actually do anything. And as for another thing, you'll probably have noticed that I haven't been getting very many Chow keys recently, and that's because I've been just kind of casually speed running this game, just because it's something I enjoy and something I can play really fast. So I'll try to get Chow keys, although they're not going to be very helpful at this current time, only for the reason that I am on my alternate and helping out Chows on the other files, not actually going to be doing anything. Alright, and actually you can find the upgrade in this area. So if you go down here, you'll notice there's a rocket here. You can step on that and hover to this platform. Right here, you can see that there's an upgrade ring which gives you the armor that Eggman is currently wearing. Alright, now we can move on without having to worry about that. Okay, what does this one give me? I get a green shield from this checkpoint. This is a level where it's actually pretty easy to be shielded, unlike most Eggman and Tails levels. This is also a good place to start racking up your combos and getting points. This is actually probably one of the easiest Eggman levels to A rank, and that goes for Tails as well, only because it's so easy to get these large combos without having to worry about damage because of these rail sections right here. And I guess as another point, you can also keep your rings relatively easily. Although if you lose your shield like that to Artificial Chaos, it certainly makes it a little more risky to try to pull off these large combos. Hopefully another checkpoint will come up soon and I'll be able to get another shield. But until then, just try to be a little more cautious with the Artificial Chaos. And voila, got another green shield. Alright, so destroy all pyramids that get in the way, destroy all Artificial Chaos before they can do anything funny. Hover a lot because that'll help you get places, but that kind of goes without saying. Oh, and the trap got me, which is annoying. So I just have to wait for the next checkpoint, and hopefully that will get me a shield. These Artificial Chaos, for the most part, aren't really hindrances. They don't seem to use their tentacles, as long as you don't stick around at least. Alright, so I've got an extra life because I have 200 rings, even though you get one for every 100, so I've gotten 2 extra lives from this level. And green shield again. Thank you, game, for letting me maintain my rings, which helps you get A ranks because ring bonuses and whatnot. And here comes some Artificial Chaos. They will do this every now and then. Just make sure you stay moving and they won't hit you. So here's some spinning spike traps which are really easy to avoid, simply because, well, as long as you don't like jump up and float up, they're not actually in your way. Alright, destroy the artificial chaos before it can do anything. And then you're going to want to hit the switch here so that the trap will stay up. It is timed, however, so just be careful with that. As you can hear, if you heard the ding, that means that the time ran out and that the trap is active once more. Alright, just kind of working up combos. It's actually a good place to get a combo because everything's kind of far away from you and there's a lot of things here. So it's pretty easy to rack up base score in this without having to do ring bonuses or time bonuses and whatnot, which is another reason why this is a really easy A rank for the most part. Alright, more artificial chaoses. Go away. Don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. I prefer that you stop shooting me. Okie dokie. So, and now we get a blue shield because we're moving that fast, even though it has been basically 6 minutes at this point. This is a really slow Eggman level, and I ran into that same robot that I did in my first recording. How annoying. There's a checkpoint coming up relatively soon, and as long as I'm careful with the other robots that don't actually have guns to shoot you with, as long as I'm careful with those, then I should be okay. And there's a spring under the pyramid, and there's rings down there, so I'm going to grab those because why not? Okay. Yeah, the reason why this level is so incredibly slow has everything to do with the gravity here and kind of what you have to do around this level. Alright. So we are nearing the end here. Oh hello. Please don't. Okay. What a peaceful artificial chaos. Why can't all of them be like that and just not do anything? And voila, 300 rings, which is even better than my first recording. And I'm going to keep saying my first recording because that's what I do. Anyway. So yep. Good amount of points, good amount of rings. Very uncommon for Eggman levels, to say the least. And Tails levels as well. Any of these shooting levels are uncommon to get lots of rings, except for the Tails level where you get to drive around in a car. But that doesn't really count. Alright, so, and you do want to be careful with some things, because some things will end up hurting you if you leave them alone for too long. And we're nearing the end, where we're going to now be turned around and have to shoot this thing behind us. And hope that it doesn't hurt us. But if you just mash the B button as fast as you can, you should be able to keep it off of you. If it does touch you, it will actually end up taking away your shield, so just don't get hit twice. And that's it. I guess I moved a little bit too slow there. Gotta be ranked, but again, this is a pretty chill Eggman level. So guys, I'll see you back on my other file where we will continue the story and the cutscenes from there.
Darn! Why do they always leave a sweet little innocent girl like me alone?
Well, well, young lady. Is there something I can help you with?
Mr. Eggman!
If you value your life, you will tell me where Sonic and Tails are. Let's take care of business first, shall we, Sonic? Hand over the Chaos Emerald, slowly, and then we'll talk about your girlfriend. That is, if you really care for her.
Handing over the fake emerald? I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
I heard that.
Put the emerald down right there and back off.
Turned into a big-time villain, Doctor.
Whoa! You thought you could trick me with that fake emerald, didn't you?
So, how did you know it wasn't the real one?
Tails!
Because you just told me, Fox Boy. Now, for a little space ride. The capsule clears the colony bad.
I'm counting on you, Tails. Amy, take care of yourself.
Farewell, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic!
Farewell, Sonic, my admirable adversary. Now we have some unfinished business to take care of. If you need the real emerald, I will release you both. You have my promise.
Sonic!
Huh?
Sonic is asking for the first time to do something for him. I won't let him down. I won't give up.
And now, the other end of the fight. We are now Eggman taking out Tails, because we just killed Sonic.
What have you done to Sonic?
Cough.
I'll never forgive you for this.
Alright, now, because we can take an extra hit, the Tails fight's actually slightly easier, and I only say slightly. Oh god, power laser. No thank you, Tails. Keep that to yourself. Oh god, why? Okay, Tails. Wonderful aiming you got there. I was not even close to being over there. Worth it, worth it, worth it, worth it. Got him. Worth it. Stood in the laser, got hit twice, but killed Tails too. Alright, Tails, you're a terrible aim. This is why you're easier to fight. Although you notice that he shot us with a blue power-up. I'll get into that a little bit later.
I guess he was just a regular hedgehog after all.
Legend has it when all 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected, the power creates a miracle. I have 6 of them. They're mine. All mine.
I don't think so.
Shadow.
So that was your plan from the very beginning, huh? Or was it a direct order from the president? Now I know who you are. You're that government spy, Rouge the Bat, aren't you?
So you did your homework, is that it? I would say that's an invasion of privacy.
I could say the same thing about you.
It looks like things aren't quite going your way, but since my job was done, I thought it was time to take what's mine and get out of this place.
You are one pathetic creature.
Look who's talking. What about you? Here are the results of the research project called the Ultimate Life Form. But if this picture is of the real ultimate life form named Shadow, then exactly who or what is standing in front of me?
This is Dr. Eggman. I have found all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Shit. I was trying to get the Eclipse cannon. There's not much time left before the cannon fires again. Can you get over there?
If you want to live, leave the Chaos Emeralds where they are. The fake emerald is good enough for you.
Do you actually believe that you're the real Shadow?
No doubt.
Even your memories might not be real, you know?
Even if my memories are not real, it's still me, Shadow. And I will fulfill my promise to Maria. That's the only thing that matters to me now.
And with that in mind, we take on the final level of the Dark Side story. Final Chase. That's right, guys. There's only 14 in this one, as opposed to 16 in the other. Alright, so Final Chase is an annoying-ass motherfucker. It's a lot more annoying than Final Rush on Sonic's side. And you're gonna see why. Very quickly. Right here is the gimmick of this level, which is basically poles that bring gravity to them, which can be very, very touchy at times. Okay, got all 20 rings that I could get. So, I saw something down here that I think would be nice to get. So, some rings, but more life, and more importantly, a Chow key. Alright, now with the Chow key that we can actually go to Chow World finally. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of these, and it's going to be very annoying, and I just killed myself. Yay! Yeah, be very careful with this level. It will kill you if you're not careful with it. Alright, so... And then you can get on top of those, but sometimes the gravity's a little wonky, as I've discussed. And I hate artificial chaos. But we knew that already. So I'll get what I can. There's no point in getting the rings, so I'm just going to go ahead and move forward at this point. And try to get this level over with. I'm not going to light dash this time, because that was clearly a trap. A very mean trap. Also, there are meteors to make matters worse. So you touch those, you're going to lose your rings. So, and we're going to get into even more difficult things. And yeah, the gravity zones on this are a little weird and very touchy. And if you get hit, there's a good chance that you'll just fall and die. So just be careful with what you do. Alright, now we have to deal with electric gates. Which for the most part aren't as annoying, although they're certainly more annoying in some sections than others. Alright, so we're going to avoid the artificial chaos, go down the blue, and we are going to hop on a rail, maybe? Okay. That was very questionable right there, but we're okay. So we're going to carefully navigate our way through the gravity. And hopefully not die, which would be splendid. Alright, gravity, you're being weird again. Please stop. Yeah, so try to stay off this gravity as long as you possibly can, because otherwise it can end up killing you. And you can't actually roll up into a ball like normal, so it's going to be, I guess I'm going to try to go for what's up here, because there is the Mystic Melody. So, just like Sonic's level, you get it, Mystic Melody, in the final level via skipping or getting onto a certain amount of a certain platform that's usually hard to get onto. Come on. Alright. So, going to homing attack. Instead of homing attacking again, I'm just going to land on the ground. It's a lot safer that way, especially with how touchy the gravity is on this level. So yeah, just overall be super cautious. Hop on that rail, but hop off so you can get the checkpoint and move on. Oh boy, a rail that's not really helpful at all. Alright. You can actually skip a good annoyance of this level if you're able to maintain yourself on top of those platforms, as opposed to having to run around them. So if you can, just try to get on top of those, but don't stress yourself out. It's not too difficult. You just have to deal with an artificial chaos. Yeah. And then, yeah, I'm just going to try to skip as much of this as I possibly can, just because, I hate the gravity here. Electric gate on the bottom of that, but avoided it, thankfully. Instead of going where the light dash tells me to go, I'm going to go this route, which will spit me right onto this area. And just with some simple homing attacks, you can maintain a good amount of height and be up over here. Alright, hop on a rail. We're going up this time, unlike most times. And that guy almost got me. Keyword, almost. Alright, blue shield. Alright, I guess I'm going down to gravity. Hit the spring. Probably want to hit that one too. And yeah, homing attacking things with alternate gravity. Not fun. I did not want to hop on that spring. Yeah, you want to be up here so you can grab the handle. Yep, carefully homing attack. If you miss that homing attack, you're dead. Simply put. Okie dokie. So now that we're here, we're gonna go hold on to a rocket, and now we're actually going down. Unlike most of this one, which we've been going up.
Too easy for me.
Alright, hop on the spring and goal. Alright, gotta be. And to Chow World we go. Finally. Alright, so let's go in with some pretty limited robot pieces and a tiger. Let's see who we can find. Alright, so we've still got you and... Aw, it's sleeping. Let's wake it up again. Still haven't named it. Should probably get on that eventually. But until then, we're just gonna load it up on robot pieces. Alright, so flying went up. It'd sure be nice if I could get this swimming up to level 6 or 7, but again, I haven't been to Chow World in such a long time. We do have a cheetah, and we have a green chow. So we're gonna give the green chow the cheetah. And now it's got cat ears. And a cat tail. No wait, no, that's still the warthog tail. Anyway, that's that. I guess, no, not the eggshell shadow. I wanted a fruit / nut, whatever the hell they are. It's hard to tell. Yep. So, just kind of doing nothing. Alright, probably not going to do anything beyond that. I'm going to be spending a lot of time by myself in Chow World. So, yeah. So, well, anyway guys, that's pretty much it for Chow World, so we're going to go ahead and head out.
You never cease to surprise me, Blue Hedgehog. I thought that capsule you were in exploded in space.
You know, what can I say? I die hard.
So there's more to you than just looking like me. What are you, anyway?
What you say is what you get. Just a guy that loves adventure. I'm Sonic the Hedgehog.
I see. But you know, I can't let you live. Your adventuring days are coming to an end.
So let's end Sonic's adventuring days by taking him on in the final boss fight.
Alright, Shadow. Time for me to finish this.
So technically speaking, this fight is a little more difficult. But that's only because you don't have the bouncing attack that Sonic does. And that's pretty much the only reason why. Otherwise, it's fairly simplistic. It's also a good place to rack up rings. So the strategy remains exactly the same from last time. For the first few hits, you can just spin dash into him. Or try to spin dash into him, but come out too early and then have to wait for him for another round. Alright, now that he's down 3 hits, now we're gonna have to wait for him to use a special attack, which means we need to get behind him a little bit. And it's not Chaos Spear, but it's Sonic Wind. Alright, so one more hit on him, which just requires us to wait for Sonic Wind one more time. Or you can light dash him alternatively. Actually, the intended method most likely was to actually light dash to do damage because they can't avoid that damage. However, Sonic Wind, or letting them get off their special attack and then rolling into them, is an alternate method.
This completes my plan to take over the world. Now begins the glorious era of the Empire of Eggman.
There's a warning, because the world is going to die, probably. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the Dark Side story. Overall, this side of the story was significantly more annoying in the early game, but significantly less in the late game. Probably has to do with the fact of little things I've learned, kind of during the duration of this LP. I am going to show where you get some upgrades. For example, Tails' blue shots, I am going to grab. I'm probably going to ability for both Rouge and Knuckles are probably Tails as well. And then if I'm feeling up to it, I'll probably grab Eggman's Mystic Melody to round out everyone's Mystic Melody. Other than that, that's pretty much all there is left to do so far that I know. It's just to grab some last upgrades and whatnot. But overall, this LP was a lot of fun. Just kind of nice to go back to it after all these years and just play it again all the way through. They don't know about that yet, theoretically. Sorry. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, geez. You can edit this out.
I can. Actually, I probably will. As for the credit music, I'm not, I don't like it too much. Not compared to Sonic's or the Hero Story ending music. That one was a lot better, but then again, you're destroying the world, and it needs the evil music. Anyway. Yeah. What an LP this is. And then obviously I have to spend a lot more time with my Chow. I'm trying to show you guys a couple more basic things, and then I'm going to work hard on leveling them up so I can show you off some Chow races and Chow karate, neither of which I have showed off yet. But I'm only going to do that when I know my Chow are ready to complete everything there is to complete. Let's see what else. Wish I could get although we did get a little bit into Shadow's backstory with the Maria and whatnot, unfortunately we were able to get too deep into it. Which I guess can be corrected. Either by me telling you by playing Shadow the Hedgehog, or there's something extra at the end that we can go into, and you'll see a preview for it right here. After we get our emblem, of course. 49. And now we can do scene select from Dark Story, which is what I could have done on the other side with my other account when I had failed recordings. Anyway. And more two-player battle and more stuff with things and reasons. But more importantly,
The ultimate life form.
Chaos control.
Space
Desperation.
Supersonic.
Collision.
Untamed power of chaos.
Professor J.
About 50 years ago.
Sonic Adventure 2. Last episode. Wishes are eternal.
so we're not exactly done with this LP yet. I am going to go through the upgrades next episode and grab those. But if you come over here to the story, you'll see there's now a story in between the two. The last story. So guys, in the next episode, I will be grabbing some upgrades, and then perhaps we will be starting the last story. See you guys then.